So we're starting week 10 of the season, and this will be another week on the road. Last week the team had an opportunity to play at home. Talk a little bit about last week's matches and let us know some good things you saw playing against San Diego State and UNLV.
Well, I had to take 2 weeks off from traveling, and the team kind of had a tough time on the road again. I mean, we've been on the road, about 8 out of 10 weeks or something like that. And so it's just been a kind of a brutal season. And after those 2 road trips that were pretty tough, we weren't competing very well, came back and I put some things together to show them how simple the goals that we need to achieve are to start competing again with the teams that we should be competing with. And since then, we've improved. So over the course of last weekend, being at home helps tremendously. But over the course of last weekend, we started playing better volleyball. Our numbers went up. We still have a lot of room to grow. But as long as we're seeing some progress, then that means my players are learning, they're getting better, and we're competing. So we're hoping this weekend we will continue to improve.
And this weekend you're traveling to San Jose State and Nevada. Can you talk a little bit about how you've scouted the team and what we should expect on both sides?
Yeah, these are 2 teams that we can beat. Nevada, we really outplayed for much of the match when they were here, and then they sort of had a surge at the end that we weren't really prepared for. We had trouble stopping their middles, and that's really all they have. They have some really talented middles. They're super physical. They're both seniors, and they get set just about every ball. And we this week have been working on defending that. And Nevada's tough to play at home. It's a very loud little gym, and it can be pretty tough to hear each other in there. And then San Jose State, they have some of the troubles we're having with a lot of new players just trying to come together, and a little bit of a lack of leadership and things that we've been battling through. They're a little more predictable, and we beat them in 3 last time, but every single set was really, really close. So, they're both going to be challenging matches to be on the road again, but if we play the way we did last weekend or better, we should be in pretty good shape.
I know that you mentioned previously that November would be less traveling and a better month. Do you still anticipate great things happening for the team next month?
Well, I certainly hope so. Unfortunately, this week we lose Macy to an injury, and that's a huge hit for us. But it's just another bit of adversity we have to deal with and move forward past. And in the coming month, hopefully we'll get her back. And unsure about Haley Roberts, hopefully we'll get her back in that month. Any sort of personnel strength that we can get back would be helpful. So, but just being home will be awesome. The girls love playing at home. We've had really good crowds, and we're definitely playing tough teams. But like I said, we just keep working on these little goals, and it'll help us bring our confidence back.
And speaking of changing in personnel, you've been running a 6-2. How has that been working for the team?
Well, it's kind of what we have to do. Like I said, there's so many things that we've kind of had to battle this year, and we don't have depth, and we're having to kind of utilize everybody to their absolute max strengths. And the 6-2 has been working better for us, and so it's something we're sticking with. The setters are better in those roles. It does provide us with a bigger block. That block has to continue to get a lot better. But it's working for us now because we don't have any superstars this year who can just handle the load that a 5-1 makes you have to handle. So it's the situation we're in. We're doing the best we can with it.
Okay, you can catch the Dogs on the Mountain West Network on Thursday night, and then Saturday afternoon they'll be at Nevada. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.